Today, I'm here to tell you to raise your standards. I'm here to tell you to raise your standards because at some point in my life, my standards were not high enough. And that brought me so much pain and sadness and hurt and all this negativity and toxicity into my life. See, if your standards are not high, then they're most likely low. It's very possible that you have a standard, on average standard. But for me, I see it as either high standards or low standards. In between is it's a bit funny, right? Now, if you have low standards, you attract low vibrational people. You attract people that will drain you, will pull from your energy, people that will literally make you ill, people that will do anything to get what they want without any little care for you. And so I'm here to tell you to raise your standards, not because it's just a thing to do, but because it will change your life. And if you don't know about it, you need to be very careful with it. Having low standards basically led me into relationships and led me to places that I had no reason for being there or no reason for being in. And you know who you are as a person. You know who God made you to be, who God called you to be. And so I don't think that anybody, unless you are truly not for God, should have low standards. Now, a lot of it can come from childhood trauma. It can come from just how you were brought up and the things that you were taught. But a journey of healing and growth can really take you to places that, will transform your life and that will uplift your life and that will bless others. And so having high standards is a must. It's a must. Now, I must let you guys know that every time I record a video, I'm not only talking to you, I'm talking to myself. I've come a long way and I've still got a long way to go. But I tell you one thing, I love who I am as a person. I love who God has made me to be. And I love Jesus. I mean, he is everything. And God honestly has transformed my life in so many ways. And so this is encouragement, not to feel like, oh, she's been on a long journey and she's didn't know. It's just to encourage you to be your best and have high standards too. Now, what does it mean to have high standards? It means it's about setting personal rules and expectations for yourself. And I said for yourself, not for anyone else. You can't control other people, but when you have high standards, your boundaries are also up. And so you protect yourself against people who are low vibrational, who have low standards, who have no business in your life. In my case, I set high standards for my children too. And guess what? They are benefiting from it as well. They are excelling and they are proud to excel. And I'm just grateful to God for that. High standards involves being self-aware. And now you will know that if you've done a lot of work on yourself, you will be very self-aware. I can read people like no one's business. I can understand things before I'm even told. I can see through people quite easily as well. And that's because of everything I've been through, but then also the self-awareness that I have built has allowed me to really be able to build on some gifts and some skills that are God-given. It's all about being authentic, being driven, being committed, and also being somebody who is a good representation of who you are, of your community. Having a high standard shows that you deserve to have a beautiful life, and you will have a beautiful life as long as you go after that beautiful life, as long as you know that you deserve to have everything that God has planned for you and more. And the beautiful thing about it is that whatever God has for you cannot be taken away by nobody. And I think a lot of the time, if you have a low standard, you go for things that you in your flesh think that is good for you. It's not something that God has given you, because what God gives you will last a lifetime. What God gives you will be a blessing and not a curse. And for those who have experienced low vibrational people, and by that I mean people with low standards who are all about self, who are all about taking and never giving, you will know it's not a place you ever want to be, because that can affect your health physically, emotionally, and it can affect your bank account. It can affect your demeanor. It can affect your blessings. Oh my goodness, they can block your blessings. So let me tell you that work on having high standards. That would effectively result in high self-worth, high self-care, high confidence, high self-esteem, because every one of those things is something that you deserve, something that you are meant to have, and something that is for you. So continue to work on having high standards. Continue to know that, your life is a blessing to you, and you are to be a blessing to others. And so the more you work on your high standards, the more you will see your life transform. I hope you understood this message. I hope it blessed you, and I'll see you soon.